The light has moved. So this one's darker. This is hell for me. I mean, this is, I'm aware that it is the people who suffer the worst, probably, from this stupid illness are like myself, raised overachievers, somehow, people who somehow got the idea in their youth, usually from their parents, that their worth was directly related to how much they could produce. And so, without meaning to, this very nice lady, she just sort of stamped all over that. She just activated that part of me that said, okay, you know, just because your situation is difficult doesn't mean that you amazing, special, Olympian person can't figure something out so that it isn't what it is. And the truth is I still do have that hope. That hope is alive within me, that I will somehow beat the odds and I will find a way of supporting myself that still makes room for whether or not whatever it is that my health is doing. I believe that. I mean, I've been believing it for, 30 years now. And I still believe it. I just feel like I haven't found the right thing. I haven't had the right break. I haven't met the right person, something. But I believe that is around the corner for me. And it's been around the corner for a long time. But it's still really hard. It's still really painful when people judge you as lazy or not trying hard enough, because that's what it is. And they might not realize it when they say the thing, but that's exactly what it is. It can't be anything else. Because if I've spent all of this time, all of these hours doing hardly anything at all, and there was a way for me on my own to figure out a way out of the situation, what reason is there for me not to have done so other than some form of laziness and unwillingness to try? I listed for you. I did. I went through my resume and saw all of the things that I've done since I've been sick, that things that I've tried as far as business ventures, jobs that I've had. You would not believe me. I've sat in interviews with people who didn't believe I'd done the things that I'd put on my resume. And I've done every single one of them. I want more from it. I have learned how to love my life. I've learned how to find contentment and joy. But that doesn't mean I don't want more for my life. And it would be nice if sometimes people would just assume that. It would be nice if people could be okay with you creating something small and precious and beautiful and important and happy and contented with what you have instead of constantly suffering over what you don't. Because failing having a lump that must be addressed, what they want from you is your misery. And I just can't give them that. I won't. I'd like to be happy too much. And so I told her that, I understand that this is difficult for her to understand. That for my mental well-being, for my physical well-being, I need her to make peace with the fact that she's just not going to understand. And she looked a little offended. But I hope she got the message. Because this is hard enough. I've managed to develop a panic disorder without even noticing, trying so hard to be happy and content. It's hard enough without other people making it worse. And that's really, I'm going to tell you, 50% of the suffering of this illness is other people. Other people. People who knew me when, who knew me when I was up and down California and out of the state and out of the country. Who, when I say to them, I'm sick, I remember one friend said to me, well, you'll feel better once you get a job that you like. And maybe for her, that's the truth. It's not for me. Or the neurologist who wrote down in my record, psychosomatic. Now, up until a few years into my getting sick, I never had a phone book. You want to know why? Because I remembered all the phone numbers. Once I dialed a number twice, I never needed to look at it again. I have in my head, somewhere, still, locked away, reams of poetry and plays that took me nothing to memorize. And now I can't remember why I went to the next room. And people will always go, oh yeah, it gets like that when you get older. It doesn't get like that when you're 19. It's not like that when you're 20. And it doesn't happen all the time. It's not a revolving door of, okay, I went into the kitchen for something. Now I can't remember why I went into the kitchen. So now I got to go back to my bedroom until I remember why I went into the kitchen again. Then I'll go into the kitchen again, get distracted by something that happened, and then realize that I forgot. I don't actually have ADHD, but I have the effects in some ways of ADHD. And this is my life. And this is what she's dismissing when she's telling me to go out and get some fresh air. Will fresh air change that? Will getting new blood work change that? No. I just wish I could find a way not to let it bother me so